Hey guys, so some kind of weird but very good news, I guess. Basically, Google has sent a message, well, email, I would assume, a letter of sorts to the Institute of Electronical and Electronics Engineers, basically the IEEE. Now this is regarding them wanting 2.25% cut of every iPhone sale. Now, if you weren't aware, but I made a video about a few months ago, when Motorola actually owns a few patents that were incorporated into the Apple iPhone. Motorola is already getting the money, the 2.25% sale of the iPhone, right? But if you also weren't aware, Google is actually in the works right now. It's in the final stages of actually purchasing Motorola. So in about a week, estimation from sources, Google will be done owning, done the whole legal work of buying out Motorola, and about a week or so they'll own Motorola fully, which means that they'll have access to all its patents, which means Google would be entitled to the 2.25% of every iPhone sale. Which kind of makes it weird, because Google makes Android the leading competitor for an iPhone. So it's kind of weird to see that Google would be making its Android, and even if Android fails epically, they still got to Apple to rely on with 2.25%. Now you're probably like, whoa, that's a few percent. Well, considering like if you add up all the stats of how much iPhones get sold a year, the price of an iPhone, trust me, that's a lot of money for Google. Well, not, obviously not Google because they're pretty rich, but like that's a lot of money in general. So I mean, it's pretty well off. I mean, we'll see how this all turns out, but Motorola Mobility is already in the works of having a lawsuit against Apple regarding some other stuff. So I mean, we'll see how this all turns out, but Apple and Google are just definitely not on good terms, and this is just Google's way of like saying, screw you, Apple. We'll see how this all turns out, but I'm going towards Google, winning this thing, because I think, it's pretty awesome for Google. It's Apple's fault they incorporated the patents. If they didn't want the 2.25% to be given to someone else, they shouldn't have, stole the idea with the patent, right? So we'll see how this all turns out, but I'm going in favor of Google. So anyways, comment, rate, and subscribe.